here we are with our 84 Chevy K10. Gonna do our running and driving video. Got the lights going. Got the four-way flashers. She's running nice and smooth. You can see both the license plate lights are working. Pop open the wing window for you so you can see this isn't rusted or anything, and they're nice and stiff so they stay in place. The windows, as I was mentioning in the other video, they go up, but they get a little tight towards the top there, so I'd grease them up a little bit more. I did hit them with a little ran some glass cleaner through there quite a few times, but I would just kind of keep up on it for a little bit and then you'll be good to go. You can see it's running nice and smooth, no belt squeal, no issues. That. Of course, you know, she locks. Both of them lock. So here's your wing window, nice and tight. No issues there. Alright. Alright, we'll get belted in here. You know, like I mentioned before, you gotta kinda get that seatbelt tight. Show you that locks. We'll turn off the four ways. Heater works really nice. You can hear the blower motor going. You can hear it at medium there. That's high. Original AM stereo. A little crackly. You can see she's probably on about 800-900, about right. RPM gauge works correctly. E-brake light is working. Also, I can't really show you because we're in the manual here, but e-brake does work correctly. You know, shifting the four-wheel drive is pretty simple. So here's the gears. You're not really going to need first gear. It's pretty low. But if you want to shift into four-wheel drive, it's just, that's it. You click it in, the four-wheel drive light comes on. But it's not real wet out, so it's a shift on the fly. You just go back in. And so I'll go into reverse. You got the gun rack too. It's alright, we'll get going here. Hopefully we'll get up to some highway speeds. I'm going to click the heater on a little bit. No, it's not an AC truck, in case you guys were wondering. You will see the fuel gauge jump around a little bit. It'll kind of bounce around. These little needles kind of just get wore out. So it's got 125,060 miles, but of course it's a 5-digit odometer, so it says 25060. You got idiot lights for the rest of them, or warning lights, whichever one you want to go with. So here's a good, you can probably see the shine on the hood a little bit better. You can see it's got 1, 2, 3 good chips and a crack on the lower half there. But it looks like it's not going to go up. It looks like it's going back down. We'll go into third there, which says second. So I call it a 4-speed, but it's also called 3-speed with a granny low. So just like, you know, some 5-speeds are called 4 speeds with an overdrive. I don't really technically know what that means, but it's all how you want to word it. If it's got 4 gears, I call it a 4-speed. Of course, call it a square body for a reason. So built like a brick, so you're going to get some wind noise, and it does have the original rubbers. You know, you can do a frame-off restoration on this thing to stock, all new rubbers, and hit the road. And just like when it was new, it will have a little bit of wind noise. It rides really nice and smooth. And the BFG KOs, the BFG all-terrains, they've gone unchanged for so long, besides a little bit of sidewall difference, because they're just a proven and killer tire. So this is taking off in second. Whoops. Into third. into 4th. I'm gonna hop off the road up here, and you can hear the wind noise. Take you on a side road that's got some potholes and stuff like that, and I'll go into first gear for you too. So, but you can get from LMC or Brothers Truck Parts, you can get these new seals for the door here, and you can see it's not the wing window causing the wind noise. It's just how the rain gutter comes up, catches air, and it comes on down. But so yeah, we're cruising right along. Let's see, we're doing 65. Just running really nice and smooth. It's just a nice truck, you know. It's got a little bit of bumps. It's a straight axle truck. Hands are off. Steering wheel straight as can be. It's just killer. So I'm gonna jump off here, and we're gonna go hit some potholes. Show you how tight this thing is. Your arrows are nice and bright. Little things like that just stick out to me because I've had so many old trucks and cars, you know, from personal to, you know, doing a hobby to doing this as a business for over a decade, and just being in buddies trucks. Just little things like that. Just on a lot of them, like the grommets I talk about underneath the hood, they're just gone. It's just, or they just don't work. It's weird, but so here's the potholes. Right here. And you'll see a bunch right here. And I'm in these at 25, and you can just hear, this is where I talk about the one owner trucks that's never been messed with. It's like, yeah, I'd like to have a nice stereo in here, but I want to buy it with this AM original stereo. I want to be the guy to take the stereo out and put one in because I know I'm going to do it right. I'm going to be careful. But this is where I talk about these one owner trucks. Here's a patch job. With the door panels, nothing ever being off, the dash never being off, you just don't get the rattles. It's just amazing. It hasn't had, you know, a lot of these trucks from the 80s, I mean, it's crazy to say, but I've had like 15 owners. I mean, you know, even if you got 5 to 10, I mean, that's a lot. A lot of people tamper and stuff. They put their taste in it, they do their flavor into it. You know, they do lift kits, stuff like that. Here comes a tight 90, all downshift. Really nice, tight. And it's just a nice, quick ratio steering box. It's not a tough one to steer and drive. You know, you got power steering, power brakes. Nice tight corner here. You can see the steering wheel rotates the right amount of way. If it's turning way over, she's wore out, you know. Gives you good resistance going through. Now, I can't remember if I did the wipers or not, so that's low. And then you got high. And then if you want to get crazy, you got the wiper delay here. But I personally would probably get rid of that and the trailer brake controller because I wouldn't be hauling anything just because, you know, it's a classic truck now and not really needing it. So I'll come to a stop. I'm going to go into, sorry, you got to be pretty much all the way stopped to go into granny low because that's pretty much it. 5 miles an hour, so it's, don't ever downshift into it because you're not ever going to really need it.